My name is Danielle Mastrion, and I'm from Coney Island and Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn. One of the most difficult things about being a street artist, or a muralist as I like to call myself, is all the back-end stuff that you don't really learn necessarily. Like whether you go to art school or even if you're self-taught, I spend probably 80% of my time answering emails, answering questions, updating my social media, updating my website, giving in sketches, going to meetings, writing contracts, doing budget proposals, like stuff that you never learn that like at all, and it's something that I've had to learn like along the way, and painting's the easy part. Like painting I can do with my eyes closed. I mean, literally not with my eyes closed, but you know, that part is the no-brainer. It's all the other stuff that comes with doing this that you have to learn. It's almost like you have to be your own PR agent, accountant, lawyer, contract negotiator. So I feel like professional artists wear many hats beyond just physically painting the wall or like completing the project. That's one of the hardest things, and scheduling time for that, because that in and of itself, you're your own manager. So that becomes a full-time job outside of painting. And another thing is, especially being a woman, is safety issues. So I think a lot of times you get a job and you have to be really aware of your surroundings. You have to be really aware of the neighborhood that you're painting in. You have to make sure that if you're using other people's equipment, other people's ladders, step stools, whatever it is, you have to check your own equipment, because even if they tell you it's safe, it might not be safe. And sometimes, especially being a woman, I need to have someone there with me all the time, or else street harassment is an issue, safety is an issue. I've had people threaten to steal my cans. I've had, there's been a lot of incidences where if I had more people around me, I don't think it would be such a problem. So I'll always kind of scope out the location first, and if I feel like I need to have someone with me at all times, then I need to ask someone or a friend or maybe who's ever like getting me the wall to be there with me. But I think you always have to be aware of your surroundings. You have to be aware of your safety with like equipment, and like you're almost like you're like a standstill target on the street. People know that you are going to be in one area for a certain amount of time, no matter what. So it's almost like if people want to come back, or it's almost like open season. So you really have to be aware of your surroundings and always keep safety first. I've seen a lot more women painting more, and I think it's because with women, it's almost like the more women that see women paint, the more they know that it's okay and it's not just a male-dominated field, that there's other women that can do it, so then there's no reason why I can't do it. I've had a lot of young girls come up to me and when I'm painting, and they say, I've never seen a woman do this, or I've never seen a girl do this. My brothers do it, my friends do it, but I've never seen a woman do it. So, and they're in shock. So I know that from my personal experience, it inspires women when they see other women doing something that they've always wanted to do. So I think the more women that paint, the better it is. And that's why I always say that I have a girl gang with me all the time, because it is a male-dominated field. So you're always going to be like the only woman amongst a bunch of guys all the time. So it's important to have a strong group of women that also do what you do, so you can share stories and share experiences and pick each other's brains in a way that you can't maybe do with the guys. And you always want to be respected just as an artist. You don't want to be respected only as a female artist. Like, why am I not just an artist? Why am I a female artist? You don't call guys male artists like, oh, look at this male artist's work, or like the top male artists in the city. They're only called the artists of the city. But women always get this female artist thing, and I think we want to just be respected as artists, but it's really important to have a group of women around you that do what you do, because then you collect more, and the more women that do it, the better, and you can all support each other. for all young artists, and this applies for a lot of young women too, I think a lot of people are going to tell you that you can't do it. You can't make a living off of it. Again, it's not, respected, or how are you going to make money? You can't make a career off of this. And I tell everyone, if this is something that you really love and you want to pursue it, just keep doing it. It might not come right away, but it will come eventually. I'm 34, so I've been out of school for over 10 years, and I've always worked in different creative fields, but it's taken me this long to be able to say that I do this full time now. So a lot of young people get discouraged because maybe they're not making as much money as they need to survive, so they need to have another job. And I think in any creative field, whether you're a DJ or a musician or a photographer, you always kind of do have to wear many hats and have side hustles and work other jobs until you can start doing this full time. So it's really only the last year or two for me that I've been able to make a solid living off of this. So I tell young people, don't get discouraged, and you might have to work other jobs, but always make sure you're doing this on the weekends, at night. You're always keeping up with it. Don't ever give up on it, and eventually, the tables will shift, and you'll start doing your side jobs less and less and less, and you're going to start doing this more and more and more. The CANVS app is extremely necessary now that I've played around with it a little bit and I see what it offers. A lot of people always miss murals. They'll tell me, I went to go look for that mural, or I went to go look for this piece, or I'll go look for, if I see that someone's painting somewhere and then I can't find it. And it's important to have locations, and then not just the locations and the image, but the fact that you guys have the artist bio and you put our website up. That's great for business, it's great for promotion, and you always want to give artists credit. People always post photos or do articles or shoot things, and there's art in the background, and they never give the artist credit. So it's really important to get our names out there so people, know who's responsible for the work. So I think that's why the app, not even location-wise, but the fact that you're giving all the info for the artist is really good.